All right, so we're back again here. This is Genesee Park. We're talking about plant terminology, and what I want to talk about now is terminology to describe broad leaves. So we've already gone over evergreen versus deciduous. We've gone over opposite and alternate. We've gone over needle leaf trees versus broadleaf trees. Now I'd like to take a look at some terminology for broad leaves. And one of the first things you should ask when looking at broad leaves is each leaf composed of only one leaf? Okay, as in this Indian plum, and I'll just pluck a leaf here. Okay, so one leaf. Or is it composed of multiple leaves, such as this blackberry here? This is one blackberry leaf composed of 3 leaflets. Okay. Terminology here. When you're looking at a leaf composed of several or many leaflets, that is called a compound leaf. When you're looking at a leaf that's just composed of one leaf, such as this Indian plum, that is called a simple leaf. Okay, so simple versus compound. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do you know that this leaflet isn't just one leaf on this shrub? Well, leaves attach to the stem via a leaf stem, which is called a petiole. And petioles always have a little groove. See if I can show you that. Little groove down the middle, and they clasp onto the stem in a really unique way. Okay, can you see that groove and how it clasps onto the main stem? If we look at the leaflets themselves, the leaflets lack that petiole, and they lack that clasping action. Okay, so and I can break the leaf off at the petiole right here. Okay, and so that's a general rule of thumb how you know you have a compound leaf with many leaflets versus a simple leaf. And I'll just show you here on the Indian plum. Let's see if I can get in here. See the little groove there and how it clasps onto the stem. Okay, so that's a simple leaf versus the compound leaf over here on the blackberry. And you can see actually these blackberries tend to get 5 leaves or 5 leaflets per leaf as they get older. The younger leaf that I plucked here only had 3 leaflets. Let's talk about some other terminology while we're looking at this. Look at the margin of the leaflets on this blackberry leaf. See the toothing on the margin? That's what we call toothing, or we can call it dentate if we want to be more fancy in our terminology. Okay, so you should always ask, does your leaf have teeth on the margin? Or in the case of Indian plum, does it have a smooth margin? And smooth margin is sometimes called entire. So is it toothed or is it entire? We can take a look down here at this leaf. This is a herbaceous plant called Telema grandiflora. You can see that this leaf actually has large teeth and smaller teeth. We call that double toothing. And in fact, if you look carefully at the outline of this leaf, it's also lobed. So here's one lobe, another lobe, another lobe, and so on. So this leaf is toothed and lobed, and we might even go so far as to say it's doubly toothed. So smaller teeth on bigger teeth. So double toothed and lobed. We'll take a look at some more examples of this, or of the terminology. Here's some ivy down here. This is a nice example of a lobed leaf. And you can think of a lobe as like an earlobe. Sometimes lobes are more rounded and or deeply incised into the leaf. Okay, so toothing versus lobing, compound versus simple. There's simple, there's compound. Okay, this is some terminology that you should be aware of, and it will help make your descriptions more efficient.